Hello. I've made a video about this before on a system that was similar. We're just going to discuss it and hopefully get more people on board to actually discuss anything with the developers about this, because this system is completely horrible for every person involved. New players, mid players, late players, it doesn't matter. It's completely awful. So we're going to go all the way down and look at the item in question, the Blightstone. I'm going to write down the number, 6875. That'll be important later. I would also like to note the price that it sells for. It sells for 10 gil each. So if you want to sell it because you can't use it, it's not worth anything. So we're going to look at the equipment real quick. This equipment is completely horrible. As somebody that has quite a few of Blightstone from doing it, I'm above the halfway point a little bit. I could make one piece of the Ashen Cloak, and that's it. This event is incredibly difficult. It's really unreasonable. So for a new player, which would be the defend case for why these items are so awful, that would be the excuse as to why they can have horrendous stats, but you still need a billion materials to even attempt to make this garbage. Honestly, the charcoal cloak set, all this stuff, shouldn't even exist. It should literally just be the Ashen. But, you know, fuck new players. They don't need anything good. So the boss is pretty ridiculous. He's hard to beat even on elite, let alone just legendary, considering this is all, you know, pointed at new players. You're basically making it impossible for anyone to have any use for any of these items. You either can't realistically get it, or it's so worthless you wouldn't even bother. And now one of the bigger problems is the drop rate that happens in here. You get plenty just from the event itself to make this set if you really wanted to, if you could do it. Because I'm sure you want the 5-star ticket. You could probably make a set. But they decided, in all of their thoughtful wisdom, that it should also be in the summon. But of course, it's more pathetic than that, and we are going to point it out right now. This will take a little bit, but after this, I'm basically going to skip it and go back to the item screen and take the number that I wrote down and then take the separate amount, and that'll be the amount of wasted pulls. Because each one that you grab is literally one crystal, which isn't helping anyone at all. It also has no value, as I've already pointed out, so it's not helping anyone. It's not helping new players. It's not helping players that have everything in the world. So I have 262 polls that were literally worthless. So out of my 50k poll, more than half of it had no value. So we have an event where, say you take, for example, the raids. The raid, if you want to match up like your rewards per coin, a 40 energy without a bonus unit is less than 2 orbs. So for 40 energy, which would be 24 for the 2 orbs, yeah, that's pathetic. If you get lucky, you can get around like 15, 20k. But you gotta remember that half of those pulls or more are worthless. So you're basically getting like 10k coins, or you're getting, I think it's like 4k, 5k if you get no bonus. So you're getting 2.5k. These events are fucking horrific for everyone. Nobody wins, but nobody says anything. So we get a shitty system that only benefits Gumi, because they get to plop out a piece of shit that everyone panics over, because you can't do anything with the bonus units unless they're the 5-star. And we just take this huge downgrade, and we just get down on our knees and just start sucking. I really hope that we actually say something about this, because it's absolute fucking bullshit. It helps no one. And it's a travesty. It's a horrible design.